The story of Zacchaeus, a changed heart. In the city of Jericho, there lived a man named Zacchaeus. He wasn't very tall, in fact. He was quite short, but he was very rich. Zacchaeus was a tax collector, and back then, tax collectors weren't very popular. They collected money from people for the government, but many of them took extra for themselves. Zacchaeus was one of those men. He had a big house and lots of money, but he didn't have many friends. People didn't trust him. One sunny day, the streets of Jericho were filled with excitement. People were shouting and cheering, "Jesus is coming! Jesus is coming!" Everyone wanted to see Jesus, the teacher who healed the sick and showed God is love wherever he went. Zacchaeus became curious. He had heard stories about Jesus, stories of kindness, forgiveness, and miracles. Deep inside, Zacchaeus wanted to see him, but when he tried to get through the crowd, oh no! Zacchaeus couldn't see a thing. He was just too short to see over everyone's heads. So, Zacchaeus had an idea. He ran ahead of the crowd and climbed up a sycamore tree by the road where Jesus would pass by. From up there, he had the perfect view. As Jesus walked by, surrounded by people, he suddenly stopped right under the tree. He looked up right at Zacchaeus. Jesus smiled and said, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." The crowd gasped in surprise. What? Jesus wants to stay with Zacchaeus? But he's a sinner. Zacchaeus couldn't believe what he heard. His heart began to beat fast. Nobody had ever spoken to him with such kindness before. He quickly climbed down and joyfully welcomed Jesus into his home. While they talked and shared a meal, something amazing happened. Zacchaeus realized how wrong he had been. He felt sorry for the people he had cheated and wanted to make things right. He stood up and said, "Lord, I will give half of my money to the poor, and if I have cheated anyone, I will pay them back 4 times as much." Jesus smiled and said, "Today, salvation has come to this house. The Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost." That day, Zacchaeus' heart changed forever. He wasn't just a rich man anymore. He became a kind and generous follower of Jesus. The story of Zacchaeus shows us that no matter who we are or what we've done, Jesus loves us and wants to change our hearts. When we open our hearts to him, he can make us new, full of love, kindness, and joy. So remember, just like Zacchaeus, when you let Jesus into your life, your heart will never be the same again. Trivia time! Before you go, here's a fun question for you. What kind of tree did Zacchaeus climb to see Jesus? A olive tree, B palm tree, C sycamore tree? Comment your answer below. Let's see who remembers this amazing story of a changed heart.